So I have the DJI Osmo Mobile 6. Today I wanted to share with you some of my favorite gimbal shots to help you get more creative and more cinematic. So the first gimbal shot I'm going to share with you is the extension shot, but you can also use it to get low to the ground shots, holding it down low like this, and then you can walk with it. And you just get some really cool perspectives, and you can tilt this thing around and flip it around each way, just depending on how you want to get your shot. But you can get that really low to the ground shot, which is great because then you don't have to like hunch over to do it. You can just kind of naturally walk with it low. The next one on here is the tracking shot. So with the DJI app, you can highlight your subject, not just a person, it could be a thing, and it will track that. So no matter where you go with your gimbal, it'll keep that right there in the center of the frame. That makes it so much easier than having to navigate using the joystick. Not that it's a bad joystick, it's actually a really good one, but sometimes you just want to walk and not have to worry about it. Maybe you're in a crowded area and you can't keep your eye on the screen fully. This is great because you highlight the subject and then you walk with it and you don't have to pay attention and it will follow. And I think that that's a great feature when it comes to hyperlapses on here too, because if you do a hyperlapse, you can walk really slowly, but you can highlight that one cool thing you want it to follow during your hyperlapse, and that way you don't have to try to keep it in a certain frame. You just walk really slowly with it and it will follow that spot, and you can get some killer hyperlapses with it. The next one on the list is moving but then locking. So you're gonna be moving your gimbal, but then you're gonna hit the trigger button and lock it in place. So you're getting some really creative shots, and then you're like, ooh, lock. And it's just locked in place. And that looks amazing because all of a sudden it goes from like a bit of motion to just locked in place. And just in case, if you didn't know this trick, this one's really cool. But like maybe if you have something going on sports-wise, like something really fast, see if I was trying to move around, it's not gonna go very fast. So tap and then hold, and then it will speed up following any kind of action. That's a really cool trick, I like that. The next really cool trick I like is using the focus wheel. So you can utilize this focus wheel right here and use the app, and you can get some really close-up shots and do some cool focus between different subjects. It looks really cinematic, way better than having to press to try to, use the focus, because when you do something like that, obviously it shows up when you're touching your phone, a little bit of a bump. When you use this, it's just so much more subtle too, and you have way more control. Now you can also tap it to turn it into a zoom, and you can do something like that too, where it's like a zoom in shot. You can run with it, but then also use your thumb to kind of zoom in and zoom out, just to add a little bit more chaos to that shot. Compared to any other gimbals that are out there that I've used, this wheel works the best, and it's so small and compact, and I love that you can just tap it to switch to zoom and then tap it again for focus. That is a really cool feature that separates this one from the other ones. And the final trick that I'm gonna share with you today is using that extension pole like that, but also you could use this mechanism right here to change the angle of it. That way you can get some really good side shots. So on the ship, I can hang this over the side, and I can walk with it hanging over to get some really good stable shots of, the side of the ship. Otherwise, you'd actually have to hold your hand all the way across overboard to try to get that same shot. So it's really nice to be able to just extend it and tilt this thing down, and you can also move this thing around to help you get the better shot that you need. And there's a lot more creative ways that you can do that shot, but I like that example for it.